everyone. It is me, Fashion Coder. I am having mic difficulties right now. So if there are issues, let me know. It won't let me connect to my microphone, and I'm not exactly for sure why. So that's what we're dealing with right now. But I am so happy to be here today. Like, this is so much fun being able to jump right in and talk about this. It has been 5 years since I got into crypto, and I am going to tell my crypto origin story because you know what? Why not? So, if you hear audio problems, please let me know. Oh, it just okay. Let me know if you can hear me. That would be amazing. But I think that this should work. Let's say hi to the chat first because, of course, the chat is the most important part of this entire show. It isn't Ask Me Anything, so feel free to put questions in there too. I have a couple of questions from from Instagram as well. So we have so many things going on. Mendoza, hello, good to see you. Let's see. I wish I could speak Spanish. I can't. I hope, assuming this is something super nice and beautiful, we're gonna go with that. Logi33, hello, good to see you. Archetype, what is up, joined? Archetype and I are newly found friends, and when I say newly, it's been a couple of months, but he is one of my crypto besties. And then Low Shill, what's up from Twitter? And Crypto Sloth, hello. Crypto Sloth and I finally live streamed together, and we were together for like 5 minutes on the live stream, so it wasn't even that long. But finally, I got to see him on a stream that I was also on. So it was great. He is awesome. And so many people in the chat right here, like Archetype as well as Crypto Sloth. You need to go follow them. You need to see what they're all about because they are great. So crypto, getting into crypto, all the things with that. First and foremost, so I got into crypto 5 years ago today. It is kind of crazy thinking back to that time because my dad had kind of like told me a little bit about crypto, and it was very, very just like out of the blue, right? And I was in college. I probably had just finished my semester, okay? We were about to dive into like the Christmas break and holidays and everything that came with that. And my dad was like, "Hey, do you want to like invest in crypto?" And so he was kind of telling me about it, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And at the time, I worked at Victoria's Secret. I don't know if I've ever said that on stream. I probably have. But I worked in retail, and I was making like commission off of my sales, which was super cool. And so like I had extra money to spare to be able to invest into crypto. And so he was like, "You should just put $400 in." So 5 years ago today, I bought Ethereum at $83. All right. But I was on Binance before Binance US even like ever existed. Okay. So we're on this trying to figure it out. It's like so weird, right? If you were in like Binance before they even had like the US app, it was sketch. And you don't know what you're doing like with your money, especially like when you first get into crypto. So there's so many things. But that was super fun. So I get in and it makes me wait a week, which everyone on here has probably already experienced that, right? You get into crypto, you have to wait a week to be able to do anything. And this is my first time in it, and I was freaking out. I was like, I want to get into these other tokens that my dad had been telling me about, right? I was like, obviously I want to be in Ethereum too, but I had to hold my Ethereum for that week before I was actually like able to get in and everything. And so bought Ethereum at $83 that week. And then that was actually the bottom of the bear market last time around, which is kind of crazy. And so ended up within that week doubling to $160. And I was like, excuse me, what is this? Being over here just like doubling. And I'm 20 years old at this point in time. I was like, oh, okay. So it was immediately the first like introduction into crypto, and I was like, oh, I believe in this, like hands down. And so yeah, so got into it, and I was very impressed with just all the things that had happened within it. And then since then, oh my gosh, it's been a wild ride in the last 5 years, but watched all my tokens go all the way up, watched them come all the way down. And so yeah, so good times. Love crypto, believed in it from the very beginning, and then have invested literally so much money into it. So we are here today to commemorate for the last 5 years. And I'm doing a Ask Me Anything, so feel free to put any questions in the uh, live chat. And let's say hi to a couple of people. Archetype said, "Congratulations, bestie. Big milestone. Future is super, super bright." Oh, heck yes. It's so cool. Like being in crypto is one thing, but then also having a business within crypto and being able to talk about crypto and teach about crypto like this, just the best. So, Archetype, thank you so much. Metal Gear Hex, hello. Wait 2 more weeks. Always, right? That's actually one of the things I learned. You need to take profits. Tin Top, what is up, Hexakid? It's so good to see you, Tin Top. And Maddie is in here. Let's see. Congrats on your stream anniversary. Thank you. Or crypto anniversary. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Looks like Drix is here. What's up? And Spike, congratulations. Thanks so much. So it's so fun. I mean, if you've been around at all and have watched any of my videos, you know that if there's anything, like I love to celebrate. Like I am someone that takes literally nothing to celebrate something for. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. Do something for it. So yeah. So let's get into the Ask Me Anything. Feel free to put those questions in the chat. And 1 second, I will pull up some of the questions from Instagram that I got from my stories. So let's see here. First question, who is your fave YouTuber? Okay, this is a great question because I don't know if I have an answer. There are so many friends I've been able to, meet and make as I have been in this space, which has been so, so cool. And so crypto wise, I don't know if I really have a favorite, to be real. There are some girls I like following because I like just seeing their lives and like that influencer type thing. I would never consider myself an influencer, just a crypto content creator. But it's just, yeah. One of the girls' names is, gosh, I'm going to forget it right now. Her brand is Millennial Life Crisis. I'm not even a millennial, but I love her. She's great. And then there's someone else recently. There's very few people that I feel like grab my attention enough that I will like actually watch their videos. And that's I think that's a thing about being a Gen Z. So I don't know who my favorite YouTuber is. Who do you follow to get your crypto alpha? Well, a couple of the people are in the chat right now. Like I love seeing Maddie's stuff. I like seeing archetype stuff. Drix is super cool with the things that he does within this particular community. And honestly, my dad is a huge source and my main source when it comes to actually like knowing what's going on within crypto because he spends a lot of time, getting into it and like being in the community and all of that type of thing that he's able to go in and kind of like filter like what's going on and what's not. And something about me is I really truly am and truly try to stay out of all drama. Like I just don't have time for that in my life with everything that is going on. And so it's nice because I feel like I just never know. Like people will be like, oh, I can't believe this is going on or, whatever it is. And I have no clue what's going on because of the drama. I'm like, if it's a technical thing, tell me, but I don't need to know about the drama. So there are some amazing people in this community that give out just such good information and quality information too. So there's that. This is an interesting question. Would you ever cut your hair real short and donate it? You'd rock a pixie winky face. Okay. This is on the DL or on not the DL because I was telling my mom this yesterday. I was like, I just want to cut my hair. Like, I just want to cut my hair right here. And if you know, I have even decently long hair. I know that I would cry and honestly lose it. But for the 10 seconds that I would love my hair short, I would love it short for a sec. But nah, I got to leave it long. It's a part of my brand. We're going to go with that. All right, let's jump into the chat real quick. It looks like there's a couple of people in here. Blue Collar Grunt, thank you for all you do. Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. How did you find out about RH? As everything comes about, of course, I found out about RH through my dad because especially at that time in my life, I was not doing anything in crypto outside of my dad would say, hey, you should put money into this. And then I would go to my bank account, move money over from my savings into my checking, and then go through Coinbase and then move it over to whatever. So my dad told me about Richard Hart, and I think this was the year I was getting my master's degree that summer, and I ended up doing my master's degree in 5.5 months, which ended up being insane. But the thing about it is I was so busy with doing school that like there was just things within crypto where I was like, okay, so that's why I didn't sacrifice for Pulse Chain, is because I was getting my bachelor's degree and I was like, I can't even. I was like, there's too much going on in my life to even think about that. Regrets definitely later, but also it's fine. So I initially learned about him from my dad, invested into Hex without even knowing what Hex was. I remember my dad was telling me at one point in time, he was like, there is he was talking about benefits of Hex, right? And like that it's immutable and that it didn't have admin keys. It's like there's literally no way, because that was the point in time in my life where I was very, very much into coding. I'm not as much now, but that time was, and I was like, how would you even do that? Like from my perspective, I was like, that is not safe. What if something happens in the code and like you're not able to edit it, you're not able to do these things within it? And so it actually took me a little while to be convinced. Obviously, I just invested in it because my dad was like, this is doing well. You should look into it and you should invest into it. So I was like, sure. But then slowly but surely I started actually realizing, oh, in crypto, having immutable code and no admin keys is actually like the way you want to go. So there was a little bit of a inner like fighting of what I had learned in college with what Hex was. But yeah, that was a lot longer answer than you probably wanted, but that's okay. What's been your best and worst crypto sacrifice? I'm assuming, Maddie, what you mean is like what I actually like sacrifice for. There are so many projects I sacrifice for, and actually, I ended up getting all of my seed phrases from my parents' house because I got a new computer and I don't have none of my wallets are connected to anything. So I need to go back through and like connect to everything because your girl does not know what she has anymore. Because it's just been something that is like, oh, I did this. So I'm like, I need to go back and watch some of my videos and of like the different things of the different projects. So I'm like, I can't remember if I sacrificed for that or not. I do know though that I did sacrifice for like the main ones, but I didn't sacrifice a lot for anything outside of PulseX. I sacrificed a lot for PulseX. So when it comes to best and worst, as of right now, I don't even know what the prices are of anything because I just haven't really been paying attention because don't need that kind of stress in my life. But I know like the best one that I have that I personally like is PulseX. I think PulseX is so cool. And then I bought a lot of Pulse Chain once everything went live. But yeah, I think PulseX is probably the best. And then the worst, I don't know. Time will tell. Time will really tell. Stay Winning Podcast. Hello. Good to see you. I love Stay Winning Podcasts. They are so great. I follow them on Instagram and it's fun to see just like what they post and stuff. So go follow them. Jared Cathcart 100. Hello. Hello. Wealthy is in the chat. Hello. Good to see you. You are beautiful. Thank you so, so much. Let's see here. The Schwans of House Donor has entered the chat. Chad, what is up? Chad is so funny because Chad always says that Fashion Dad is a chat. So good to see you. Oh my gosh. Let's see. My sister just tried to call me. So sorry. I should probably put my computer in do not disturb. She also probably doesn't know that I am in a live stream, which is so funny. My sisters, they are the best people ever. And I know 100% they do not watch my content. I once watched one of my sisters like go through all of my stories. Like she tapped through them all. And I was like, the support. Love it. That's okay. All right. Do you feel the same way about Pulse that you feel about ETH? I don't know many people who got ETH under $100. Do I feel the same? I like Pulse. Like I think Pulse is great. And I also do like Ethereum. Like Ethereum, is one of those original tokens, right? I've been doing so much research on the history of crypto because I'm about to do an in-person crypto class and we're going to go over the history of it. And so, I mean, all of us right now are able to buy Pulse under $100, right? And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens just within the ecosystem and if it could actually even hold that type of increase, right? Within market cap and all of that. But yeah, I'm super bullish on Pulse and Ethereum, both of them. Alrighty, let's see. Let's jump down. A master's in 5 months, no big deal. It was at work at your own pace, so I'm gonna say that's the reason why I was able to do it so quick. Let's see, is snake or not to snake? I actually don't think I've ever heard of that token. I don't even know if that is a token. Oh, thank you so much, James. Hey, found you through Archetype. He's awesome. So thanks to him for that. Just curious, where did you get that crypto bestie sign? Okay, so this is a custom sign. If you're interested, I think it's called Custom Neon. I'll find it on Instagram for you. Let's see here. It is called Custom Neon. Yeah, so I found them online and then I saw that they had really good reviews. They had a really good following online too. And they were the type, yeah, it is called Custom Neon. They were just like the type of people that I was looking for. So this, I don't know if you can even see that. That's their logo. So yeah, I love it. It's great. One of the best investments I've made into my company. Okay, buyer beware of Hex Pulse. That's the thing is do all of your own research because at the end of the day, it is all up to you, right? Of what happens. I'll ask you again the same question on your 10-year crypto anniversary soon. Thank you, Maddie. I think that's a really good idea. Thoughts on crypto gaming. Also, sorry if you can hear things in the background. I live below 9 children right now in a basement apartment. So I am living my best life. Thoughts on crypto gaming. Ooh, good question. So I think gaming's always going to be around. I'm not into gaming at all. Outside of one thing, which is Animal Crossing, but I don't really count that even. But I think that there's so much potential in it because gaming's already such a big thing that it's something that could really blow up. Let's see. Stay Winning Podcast. Super sir. Thank you so much. I'll have to go in and look. I love the stickers that like come about. I'm gonna chat about this right now. So I ended up adding different like tier levels to my Patreon as well as my channel. And I get to customize stickers for everything. And so I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly and what I'm going to do like. Oh, it's going to be so perfect. But you have to go in and look at my tiers and I'll just tell you what they are because they're so cute. So if you do the bottom tier, it's called friends. If you do the middle tier, it's called best friends. And if you do the like highest tier, it's called best friends forever. And I'm like, that just, it kills me of how cute that is. Let's see. As soon as I start to live stream or editing a video, my phone starts blowing up. Oh my gosh, honestly, it just happens to the best of us. Good to see you, James. Archetype. What are your dreams after your crypto pops off in this lifetime? Good question. So I've talked about this in a stream before, and there are so many things that I want to like do with my life. And like one of the biggest things is obviously I just want what God has for me. And if you know like where I'm at in my life right now, I love this. And this is like the best thing in my life right now is I am the director of kids ministry at a church. And I get to be with the cutest little kids every single like Sunday and then the other events that we get to do. So oh my gosh, I cry about this often actually because they're so cute and just like these children have my heart. So I could definitely see myself going that route in something of like becoming a pastor. And I'm actually going to start school again. I'm like, how many times have I started school again? But I'm going to start school again in January to try for my credentials for pastoral like work. I don't know if that's where God wants me. I don't know. So there's that option. I love my job. And I mean, obviously, if crypto pops off, like I could probably see myself quitting my job. But also at the same time, I'm like, this is so cool that I could see myself still like being in all of that. So we'll see. I could totally see myself still working. And then obviously, crypto bestie, fashion coder, like that is fun beyond anything. And I love and am super passionate about that. So I could see myself doing a lot more in that space if I, am in a different spot. in my life. And then also, like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom at the end of the day. That truly is the dream career. So if crypto does pop off, like that's my number one goal. Stay-at-home mom, do everything within that. Maybe be like a missionary that goes around and tells people about Jesus. That'd be great too. So we'll see. I feel like there are so many options, and it's crazy how things change in your life so quickly. So yeah. James, thank you again. Thanks for the info on the sign. Much appreciated. What's up, Archetype and Efron? I love streaming with people that are just from different communities because it's so cool to be able to meet different people, right? And be able to see just like the different communities and how they feel about their different tokens and all of that. So I'm glad that Archetype had me on his channel the other day because I have gotten to make so many new friends. Let's see here. Animal Crossing is fun. Don't feel bad. Animal Crossing is fun. So the first video game I ever got into was Harvest Moon, on the GameCube, actually. And oh, the good old days. The day that they have that particular Harvest Moon is Harvest Moon Magical Melody on the Switch. I am going to be like take a week off from work and just play that because it's so fun. But Animal Crossing is so much fun. I'm currently in the stage of trying to decorate my island. My house, bomb. Oh my gosh, is beautiful. Completely like decked out. My island, though, I am definitely 100% going towards having a completely pink themed island. I don't have a lot of time to play Animal Crossing these days, but at some point, when I get to that point, I will show all of you. It's just not ready. Enjoyed your Christmas decorations video. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if you haven't seen it yet, you have to go onto my page and find it. I probably posted it like 2 or 3 videos ago. But I give you a tour of all my Christmas everything. In my like living room area where I'm at right now, I have my like studio area. I have my work area right here and then like my lounge area. Plus also a kitchen table and a bookshelf and also the kitchen. So lots going on in this room. But I have 11 trees in here. And even if they're like little tiny, but I have 11 different trees. 4 of them are decorated. No, 5 of them are decorated. Anyways, they're so cute. So you have to go check out that video if you haven't seen it. Ike, hello. So I did do a little Starbucks gift card thing on my stories as well as Twitter. And Ike was one of the ones that got it. So thanks for the Starbucks. You're so welcome. I love doing stuff like that. Metal Gear Hex. I didn't realize you were devoted godly woman. That is awesome. Absolutely. I have loved Jesus since I was a little girl and dedicated my life to him a long, long time ago. So that is what ends up being the direction of my life for everything. What do you think of Chat GPT-4 helping you build crypto tokens? I think this is so interesting because it's great to be able to use technology to propel us forward, right? It is slightly creepy and slightly scary in a lot of different ways. But I think that it can be something that's good. My one thing is, and I'm pretty sure they already have a protection against this, but it's how like the company policy of being able to put like what you're actually doing. So like the company I work for, we have company policies of we're not supposed to put particular things into the code bases and into like the chats to figure out information because we have so many things that are patented and we don't want their learning models to learn like what we're doing, right? So it's an interesting thing and just like just what happens, you know? Check out Compound. Oh, interesting. Is that a token? There are just so many tokens, right, in the crypto community that it's hard to like keep up to date with all the things. Okay, let me go to my questions list. Also, if you have any questions, this is an AMA, so feel free to put it in any questions within the chat. Let's see. I did see one pop up from Old School Chemistry. What can we expect in 2024 from Fashion Coder? Any new products? Oh my gosh. Okay. So 2024 is going to be so much fun. The very first thing, this is going to be a whole list and everything's linked down below so you can like stay up to date. Okay. First thing, I am doing in-person crypto classes in January, starting in January, and then also in March. Okay. They are below. So if you are in Northern Utah or you know anyone in Northern Utah that wants to take a crypto class, they should 100% sign up for these because I'm going to be teaching and my dad's going to co-teach with me. I am just over the moon about this. It's going to be so much fun, and it's also going to be a great experience for me and my dad to be able to, be able to bring people into the community. Obviously, we're not going to give financial advice at all because that's not what we do, but it is going to be an educational thing. So that's the first thing. The first class that I teach is actually going to be a pilot class for the course that I am going to end up releasing at the end of January. So there is going to be an online course that is that. So that's like kind of two things. So in-person class as well as a new crypto course that's going to come out. Everything that I am putting out is for beginners. So this is going to be amazing content that you can't get out from that. Okay, so those are two things. The third thing is I am going to start an affiliate program, and you don't have to like own the product beforehand, but if you want to be an affiliate with me and want to recommend my product, I will actually give you a percentage of my product, of the like funds that are made from it, of the profit. So I'm so excited about that because who doesn't love a good affiliate program? And I know that people already recommend certain things. And so if if you can already do that, that's great. Like you're making money off of it. So I'm excited about that. I'm also going to have a crypto kit. Oh my gosh, everything I'm excited about because like I said, like I feel passionate about crypto and crypto education. So I'm also going to be doing the oh my gosh, the crypto kit. And then there are so many other things too. If you join one of my membership channels, you get like exclusive merch, you get exclusive um live chats, Q&As, special like lives just in general. So there's all that. And then also who knows? Like I only have quarter 1 planned. Oh, I'm also going to release an app. Okay, don't tell anyone that. I'm going to release an app for all my crypto besties. So there are so many things going on. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do because then you can keep up to date on all the things that are going to happen. Thanks for the question. Old school chemistry, that's a good one. How do you prefer to buy Pulse? So typically what I would do is I'm trying to even think what I did last time. Last time I bought Pulse was in October. And typically I just bridge in assets. I already have Pulse, so I can bridge in ETH and then trade that on Pulse Chain. So that's probably not the most glamorous way to do it, but that's how I've been doing it. And I know I've taught other ways of how to do it, but that's what I like to do. Hello, would you be able to make a how-to connect to Ledger in order to secure RH tokens? We don't want for the ecosystem to pump and people being at risk. I just hold mine on MetaMask. Absolutely. So I actually do not recommend using ledgers. I personally only use Trezors. And the reason why is because Ledger does have just some backend doors that they're able to go in, and that scares me personally. And so I don't have a ledger, so I do everything on Trezor and show people how to use Trezors. But I could look into that. Also, you might want to look into just Ledger and what they do because that's a little scary. Don't want that. CTEG123. Hi. Good to see you. How to get a loan from Liquid and bridge over to ETH. Okay, I should make I was gonna say movie, a video on this because this could definitely be something that could, I know, help a lot of people. So, Liquid Loans is awesome. I haven't done a deep dive, like a deep dive, but I did do a video on how to get your sacrifice as well as just like the basic functionality. And I probably posted that 2 weeks ago. So if you go and look at my videos, you can find that there. How to claim Liquid Loan sacrifice from BSC Wallet. I'm pretty sure this is the same thing as just claiming it from any wallet. So if you go in and watch the video that I just said, I go through and show you how you can connect. Okay, what is your opinion on holding W Pulse on ETH side instead of bridging to native? I personally don't do this. That's not saying that it's wrong, but to me, in my mind, it's just like an extra thing to keep track of. And yeah, I don't want to do that. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. How did your dad get into cryptocurrency? So my dad, he was doing some day trading stuff. And I think that because he was doing that, he ended up finding out about crypto. I should actually ask him that. Um, but he ended up finding out about crypto, and he had been in crypto for like 6 to 8 months before I even got into it. And he was just figuring things out, right? Like he had heard about these things and all of that. But then he finally like figured out how to use it. I mean, crypto is not user friendly, and crypto was not user friendly, especially 6 years ago for him. And so yeah, so there is that. Let's see. I was an early investor in Exodus. So glad they partnered up with Trezor. Okay, Trezor's so cool because of the things they do. I'm trying to do something special with Trezor. That's all I'm going to say with that. But yeah, that's really neat. I'll have to look into Exodus more, but it's nice when tokens partner because of all that. Love this. Not hitting on you. My AMA questions is, do you have a boyfriend? Just curious. This is always such a good question because you never know. Could be yes, it could be no, and that's what I'm going to leave it at. How is giving your life to Jesus? How great do you feel? So I gave my life to Jesus. I mean, I feel like my first experience with Jesus was when I was like 4 years old. But as the years went on, I don't even really know. That's the hard thing. Growing up in as a Christian, it's hard to pinpoint moments, right? Which I was listening to a podcast about this the other day, and it's so cool because it shows just like the generational blessing of being someone that is a lifelong Christian because their parents were Christians, and just like such a beautiful thing. And so I think it was probably around the age of like 7 or 8. And then I decided to get baptized when I was 9. And then I've talked about this a little bit before, but I was at youth camp one year and I was like probably 13 or 14. And I like had kind of interesting like knee problems, like my knees hurt. And the Lord healed me completely, which was crazy. And I always wondered, I was like, oh, I wonder if they just hurt because like I was growing, right? Or something like that. And it was actually probably like, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago. I was just like sitting in my like daily prayer time, and I had like a searing pain in my knee. It was like so awful. And the Lord just told me like that quick. He was like, this is how your knees would feel if I didn't heal you. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I've been this person that's like been in disbelief. So yeah, so God's good, and giving your life to Christ is literally the best thing that you can ever do because everyone has that everyone has that hole for a savior. And so to fill that with Jesus is the best thing you can do. All right. That was a great question from Old School Chemistry. Would make a great podcast episode. Oh, yeah. Stay winning. If you ever want to do a podcast, reach out to me. I know we have each other on Instagram, so message me on Instagram. Ooh, which feature of Titan X do you prefer? Staking, BNB, or mining? I am totally a staking person when it comes to literally anything. It's always staking because, and I don't know if it's just a me thing or if it's the lazy part where I'm like, I only have time for so much. And I'm like, staking, I can do staking. So there is that. Wealthy, is that really you, Charles? Great question. Is that really you, Charles? Tell us here now. How old are you? You look so angelic face for a background you have. When did you start to work? So I'll tell you, I'm fine with telling people how old I am. I'm 25 years old. I know some people would not guess that, but I started working when I worked for my grandparents when I was in high school. Started working at a retail job when I was 18, and then I think got my first software job when I was 19. So I've been working for a little while now, which has been good. Crypto Keeper. What's up with Pulse Chain being half the stack rate? Honestly, I think most people knew this was going to happen, right? That it was going to tank. As we look at almost any project that has launched, there is a very specific curve that it follows. And so being in that belly, where we're at right now, that's just honestly typical. So I'm bullish that it will boost up at some point, but I don't know if right now is the time. And also we have a bull market coming up. So We're in a bull market actually now. Do you use fiat to pull services such as Change Now? I've never used this Sith Reven. um, but I'm not saying that it's something that shouldn't be done. Never looked into it. So do your own research. Oh, yep. Her answer, do your own research. Love it. Always do your own research. Is your father proud of you? Anyone else? Oh, proud of me? Yes, I know my dad is proud of me. Jesus is real and he loves you, Fashion Coder. Thanks for streaming. Have a good night. Thank you so much for joining Metal Gear Hex. And yep, Jesus is real. And Jesus loves Pulse Chain. Love it. All right. Have you looked into BRC20 tokens? Honestly, I have not for years. Not saying, like I was just saying, not saying that they're bad, but just haven't really. Have you been in crypto? How you introduced into the industry? So my dad got me into crypto. I got introduced though into computer science and everything that I do within my career when I was 13. So I started coding when I was 13. Super fun. And I loved it. Loved it. Actually became a software developer once I graduated with my bachelor's in computer science. And I was like, this is not for me. Not living this. I want to see your prediction for the next bull run. I think it'll happen in January. However, I think the U.S. economy will go down. Okay, so I think this topic is really interesting. So a couple of things. So if we look at trends, what happens before a Bitcoin halving, which is supposed to happen in April? What happens beforehand is there's a run up beforehand. We see the Bitcoin halving actually happens, and the exponential gains actually happen 12 to 18 months after the Bitcoin halving. So that puts us April of 2025 moving forward to what? October of 2025. So there's that, okay? Just statistics, right? Looking at the stats, looking at all of that. So we can see a price update from there. But something too is a bull market starts the moment that the bottom is in for Bitcoin. So that was, I think it was last December. So technically we've been in a bull run since then. So that's kind of an interesting thing to think about as well. Now, let's see. The US economy going down, that's an interesting thing too, right? Because there's all of these economists guessing and predicting that the stock market's going to crash or just go down, right, in the next year or two. So does that mean that crypto is going to finally decorrelate? Like what does that mean for us? So they're all good questions, but Tim, this was a good one. Are you 555 stake and hex? I have so many of these, and yes, I do. What is your price prediction for Pulse, like a 10x or 20x? Yeah, I definitely think that either of those are very plausible. How do you explain crypto to your no coiner friends? I have made products for this, and actually my business started because of this. So I, talk about my experience. And that's the thing is I'm going to bring up the Bible because this is like about testimonies and stuff. How you like win people over is through your testimony of whatever it is, right? Like how you win people over is through your experience. And so me telling them like what's happened for me in crypto, why I believe it, all those things, right? And then I actually sit down and help them. Or I just send them my crypto guides and stuff like that because I started making YouTube videos for my family and friends. It got to a point that my dad and I were onboarding so many people that it was really hard to repeat the same thing over and over again. So I was like, I'll just make YouTube videos for them. And then the Hex community somehow caught wind of it and they adopted me in, and the rest is history. So talking about your experience in crypto, even if you haven't made money, that's okay. Like talk about your experience, why you believe in it, what you think it's going to do. And that I think does wonders. What is the secret to be happy all the time? You look so grateful. I am. And like I've been saying, it's Jesus. Are you a developer like a nerd? I love this. So I was a software developer. I'm not anymore. I work as a product owner. And altcoins, heck yes. Love this. What is your best pick hold for this bull market till the end of 2024? I am holding several different things, but obviously you all know that I love Hex. You know that I love Pulse. You know that I love PulseX. This is not financial advice. You also know that I love Cardano And that has actually been my biggest winner so far. So love Cardano, and there are lots of other tokens that are great to get into too. James, thank you. My mom and uncle started a Christian-based volunteer charity organization that is now worldwide. It's called CNVS. Not a plug. It's just a great organization. It's like the second thing listed on CNVS Google search. Oh, I love this, and I will definitely be looking this up. I'm going to take a picture of this actually, so I don't forget. Thank you. I will definitely be looking into that. That's amazing. Do you like make up your face like videos? You do. I do make up videos actually, which is cool. I think you look much better at fresh face. Thanks. Okay, what do you think of Liquid Loans? I know that Liquid Loans has had it's like dumped. I still love Liquid Loans. I think it's a great project. I think it has one of the best potential of all the tokens on Pulse Chain. I know that is a very bold statement. I love Liquid Loans though, and you can't catch me saying anything else. We've learned lots from you. Thanks. I love teaching. Like I truly, truly have. Let's see. Hey, FC. What is up, Will? It's so good to see you. It's true. We know you already have a dad, but you've been adopted in the community. Absolutely. It's been so nice having my dad be that person. Like, it's so nice to have someone that you can bounce ideas off of. And that's okay, that's actually one of the reasons why I have the crypto bestie thing is because I think you need to have a friend in your life where you're able to talk about crypto to, because then you get to like have all of your ideas like come out and all of that, right? And so that's why I have like the crypto bestie theme, because I want to be that for people and be able to be that person that they can bounce ideas off of and all that. And I've been able to have lots of so many people reach out to me about stuff like that. Are you from the UK? I am not actually. I am from the United States. 88. Oh, yes. It's so good. Okay. RH ecosystem on sale right now. It is. And if you're talking to anyone, you know that I am a girl that likes something that's on sale. What's your full-time job, please? So I work as a product owner for a tech company. And basically what that is I'm the liaison between the business and the software developers. So I'm on a team of software developers and engineering people. And my sole job is to basically know everything about the product that we're doing, as well as moving forward it's kind of like project management, just a little bit, but then also having the knowledge of all the product owner stuff. So I absolutely love it. It's the best job. Being a software developer was so stressful to me. And I felt like, at least for my brain, like how it works, I'm like in a million places at once. And I needed like more big picture to be able to I needed to see the whole project through. And with being a product owner, I'm able to do that. Whereas being a software developer, I was like, I wanted to figure everything out about the product that I was about to code before I did it. And it was not for me. And that's why I'm so grateful there are software developers, because I think it's one of the hardest jobs you can have. Your father looks like a here for you. My dad is always here for me, which is nice. When do you think Richard will be the SEC? This is a good question. There is a lot going on with the SEC with Richard Hart, right? Hopefully it's going to be something soon. The XRP cases that happened within the SEC, it took several years. So things move slow, and I could see them moving slow, but would be hopeful that it wouldn't. Random question. What are your top 3 movies of this year, and did you watch Oppenheimer? I saw Oppenheimer the opening night, actually, at like 10:30 p.m. My sister and her fiance were like, do you want to go with us? So I said, absolutely. And then went and saw Barbie movie the next day, because guess what? Me and my family, because I have 4 sisters and a beautiful mom, we all went with my aunt, my grandma, my cousin, and then some of like my sister's like in-laws. So it was so much fun. Love that though. And then did Jesus Revolution come out this year? I can't remember. I liked that movie a lot. I'm trying to think. I've even gone and seen movies in the last couple of weeks. I just saw a new Studio Ghibli one, The Boy and the Heron. Wouldn't really recommend that one. I do like Studio Ghibli, but I was checking my watch at 30 minutes in. I'm trying to think what other movies. I've honestly gone to a lot of movies this year, and typically it's very late at night. There was another one that I went to. Oh, I went to the Hunger Games one. That was interesting. I really liked Hunger Games, but I don't know. I don't know if I like that one. What do you want to get out of crypto? Honestly, financial freedom would be awesome to be able to move forward and, like really serving in different ways within just like the church. I would love to be able to be a full-time pastor and being able to do things within that. I'd also maybe love to do like missionary work. So if crypto could provide that for me, that'd be great. Also, if God called me to that and I didn't have crypto, that's fine too. Like God provides no matter what. But I think it would be really cool if I could do that. And also just like being able to have a crypto business is the coolest thing ever. And the people I get to meet, amazing. 2039. I'm pretty sure that's when one of my 555 stakes is up. Not sure. It might be. Let's see. It's actually a CNVS charity search, not just. Oh, okay. I'm going to take a picture of this comment then. Thank you. Cool. Let's see. Did you see Jesus physically or real dreams or just spiritual help energy? It's interesting how God works, right? All sorts of ways. Hey, Smolder. Flynn Rider. I love this. I like your profile pic too. It's perfect. The Crypto Church of Fashion Going. Ties will be deducted from your MetaMask lows. funny. Nah, not at all. Not even close to that, but that's okay. I will talk about Jesus any day, though, because he has absolutely changed my life. Okay, any other questions? I do have a staff Christmas party that I need to go to for my church. But any other questions before we wrap up? Let me check my other questions. Let's see here. Oh, Jesus is king. Yes. And I am not Canadian. I have gotten that question several times in the last couple of days. I'm not Canadian. I'm American through and through. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining today. Thanks so much for being a part of my 5-year anniversary stream of being in crypto. It's so exciting. Thank you, everyone, for all of the super chats and everything like that. Make sure that you like and subscribe. And I'm excited to see all of the content and all of the products. Oh my gosh, there's so much coming out this year for Fashion Coder, and it's going to be great. So you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.